Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? We are back again for another UFC's Best Bets. We're going to break down every single bet I got for this week's card. We got UFC Fight Night, Moicano versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Going to go through some of the fights, give you the best bets I got. Hit you with my lock of the week, hit you with some parlays at the end. Let's get started. First bet I got for you, Aoki versus Chris Duncan. I was just thinking about it. The over 2.5 looks pretty good. Chris Duncan is a very durable guy, getting beat up by Charlie Campbell inside the Contender Series before he comes back and stiffs him with an overhand right. It was a very good knockout and a return from Chris Duncan. But Duncan does take shots quite well. He is a very good chain wrestler. He's good at keeping you on against the cage and scooping your legs together. Aoki is a very, very strong striker. I think he has the advantage over Chris Duncan. They are the same size. They are the same height. They have the same reach. And I think Aoki's a little bit bigger than Chris Duncan, even though Chris Duncan always looks like he's a fucking massive guy when it comes to fights. But I think the over 2.5 is looking nice, and if you guys like the fight to go to the distance, plus 140 isn't too bad for your money. But over 2.5 I think is possible. If you like Chris Duncan as well, I think it's possible that Duncan gets fucked up in the first 2 rounds before he tries to wrestle Oki and land some ground and pound. So the minus 185 on Oki's a little steep, but I think over 2.5 would get you right. I think next on the prelims for sure. Nora Cornell plus 170. That's massive value. Jacqueline Cavalcanti just fought against Josiane Nunes 2 weeks ago, I believe, or no, 3 weeks ago, about a month ago. What was it? What was that UFC fight now? I'll check it out in a second. But on that card, she looked kind of shit, I'm not gonna lie. She didn't look as good as she did in her last fight. Josiane Nunes, arguably, I thought won that fight. She looked quite okay. Like, it wasn't crazy to me that Jacqueline went to a split decision because Josiane Nunes has decent cardio, and Jacqueline Cavalcanti is a fighter who seems to give up after the first round. Not give up, but her cardio seems to give up. She has a big problem with her gas tank in the second and third rounds. She's always shooting for takedowns sometimes in the second and third rounds where she's not getting them anymore because she doesn't have the strength. And Nora Cornell is very, very game. This lady is closer to a man than she is to a woman. She fucking strikes like an animal, and she's really, really nasty. She has a nasty KO over Melissa Mullins where she basically popped her right in the stomach with a knee, I think it was, and then just head kicked the fuck out of her like 3 times and then punched her in the face till the ref stopped it. It was incredible. And Jacqueline Cavalcanti being a minus 205 after fighting just 4 weeks ago against Josiane Nunes, who was smacking the girl in the head through 15 minutes, and they went to a full decision. I think that's kind of rough. Minus 3.5 even on Jacqueline Cavalcanti, plus 120, you're high. I'd take Nora Cornell probably plus 3.5 if you want to be super safe, but the money line, plus 170, that's a massive, massive value shake. I'm not too sure why the line's so heavy on Jacqueline Cavalcanti. I guess it is because she did win her last fight over Josiane Nunes, but Nora Cornell is not a Josiane Nunes. She's a lot stronger. She's a lot bigger. She's not 5'2". She's going to be forcing the pace on Jacqueline Cavalcanti, and I think she can get it done. Next for the best bets, we got Alan Perez by decision, minus 120. I do not think she will be submitting. Their best bet maybe is knocking Daria Zheleznyakova out, but Zheleznyakova, she's a good striking, or she has a good striking background of her own, and Aline Perez looked like shit on the scale. She looked really, really bad. She was shaking coming off, but after hydrating and being back at the weigh-ins or whatever, the live weigh-ins with the crowd, she looked good. She was talking, she was smiling, her face looked a lot brighter. So I don't think the weight cut hurt her too much. But long term, this is a big problem for Aline Perez. This is going to be a big problem in the future. Too many weight cuts like that, man, it really hurts your cardio. It really starts to hurt. It can get you really sick, right? But Aline Perez, I think, is going to win this weekend by decisions. Nice minus 270, and the over 2.5's a little steep. I wouldn't be touching that unless you're doing a parlay that you're super, super confident in. But Aline Perez minus 205 money line, again steep. By decision, I think is really locked in. Next on the best bets, we have Ivan Ursulin versus Ian Cutelaba. The Hulk, I have a problem with him. The last 5 fights, he's looked terrible. The only guy he's beat Philip Lins, and he didn't even knock him out. Like, or did he beat Philip Lins? Or did Philip Lins beat him to a decision? Hold on. No, I'm wrong. He lost to Philip Lins. He beat Tanner Boser, and he knocked him out. That's what it was. And Tanner Boser Bro, come on. Like, we know who this guy is. Like, it's just... I don't even rank that dude, man. He beat Devin Clark. His last win before that, Khalil Roundtree. Fluke win. You know, like... He's losing to high-level guys, but losing to Philip Lins, bro, it's kind of where you lose it for me. Ivan Urslin's a very strong guy coming from KSW. Very good Russian fighter. Very strong with his hands. Very heavy-handed. This isn't a guy to be fucked with, right? This isn't a guy that is going to take Ion Cutelaba like a joke. He's trained hard for this fight. It's his first fight in the UFC. And Ion Cutelaba is not going to win this fight if it goes past the first round. He is a round one bust like fighter. That's just how it is. He's a Terrence McKinney of the light heavyweights. And I believe he will be losing this weekend for sure. Now, we have our lock of the week, or the best bet of the week, if you would call it. Brian Battle versus Kevin... Brian Battle versus Kevin Jose. I was going to say Jordanson Brito. He's also a really good bet. It's just really tough. Minus 325, man, like, for a lock, and like, minus 300, like, fuck, I might as well bet Bo Nickel, like, you know, or Morgan Charrier at fucking minus 700, right? Like, if I'm going to do a lock, I like going with closer to even lock. Brian Battle versus Kevin Jose. Kevin Jose is very good in the stand-up, very nice in the boxing. He will be on home turf. Brian Battle, dude, holy shit. This guy has everything. He has the hands. Gabe Green knockout. Gabe Green literally rushed this dude down, left his chin open for half a second after cracking Brian with really, really nice punches, and fucking slumped. Okay, Brian Battle on the ground looks phenomenal. This kid looks incredible. He looks like he has a lot upcoming for him. He looks like he's been training very, very hard. He looks like every time I watch him, he's getting incredible. Here, pause me for a sip of water here. Bit of the cotton mouth. Gotta fix that. But Brian Battle, man, incredible. Angelusa fight, he was gonna win. He was gonna knock him out. Bullshit eye poke, whatever. Oh, I can't see. Fuck you, man. You literally had both your eyes open at the end of the fight saying, fight me now. Like, fuck off. You're a big baby. AJ Fletcher, good, like, rear naked choke like that. Very beautiful. It was very impressive in the second round, late. Gabe Green, again, dude, the only loss in the UFC, Rinat Fakhretdinov, and Rinat Fakhretdinov is a monster. I think Brian Battle is a very, very good pick this weekend. I think put him in your parlays. I think he's winning. I think it's just, he's going to win. Now, let's move on to the parlays real quick because I'm taking too much time, I think. 7 minutes and 40 seconds, never mind. We're flying through this a little bit. You know, keep it short, keep it sweet. If you want to do a risky early parlay, I would recommend Balaji Oki, Nora Cornol, and Victor Altamirano, plus 635. That is 7 money back, which means $10 will give you $70 back. Plus 365. It's not too bad. If you bet $25 on it, you would get 183 back. I think it's a pretty good bet. Nora Cornell again being the sketchy, but if you want to be less risky, I would do for an early prelim opening bet. I like the side of Balaji Oki, Victor Altamirano, Aline Perez, and Taylor Lapulus. And that would get you plus 413, which is 4x or 5x your money, excuse me, because you get your bet back as well, right? Plus 413 is kind of rough for a 4-pick parlay. That is because just Taylor Lapulus is a minus 400 basically. If you're looking at, you want to bet more of the even money, and you want to get closer to like a bigger parlay going, I would highly recommend Victor Altamirano, Ivan Ursulin, Brian Battle, Jordanson Brito, and fuck, you could even slide in Balaji Oki there, plus 1,000, get you 11 back on your money. The main event I would stay away from. It's a little rough. Renato Moicano, I believe, is going to lose. He just does not have the skill level, I believe. Benoit Saint-Denis had staff against Dustin Poirier. He still looked fucking fantastic in that first round. They were swinging bombs. He got really, really exhausted. I mean, you can see why. They were swinging literally the whole time. Renato Moicano catches people, but he catches people usually after he gets hurt. I do not think Benoit Saint-Denis is going to let him get caught. Like, Benoit is not a guy who I think is getting choked out. He's not a guy who I think Renato is going to jump on after gassing him out. Benoit always looks good in his fights, man. Other than that, the staff fight. So, I would stay away from that. I'd stay away from the Morgan Shahir and Gabriel Miranda fight. Gabriel Miranda is very good on the ground. Morgan Shahir, 19-10, had some good fights against some guys that were very, 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 very good. And those are included in his losses. It's tough to pick, man. At a -700, you can't pick this guy, especially losing to the last fight to Shepe. That's all I got for you guys today. 100% my best bet this week, Brian Battle. Second up, Jordanson Brito. Third up, probably Balaji Oki. I do not think Chris Duncan has the strength to continue going after Balaji pieces him up a little bit. Balaji has nice hands, man, and Chris Duncan similar. I think over is very nice for two power punchers with a guy who can wrestle fuck the other one. Another one you could probably look at, Matt Favola, Faraz Zaim. I would personally... It's tough, man. I really, really like Faraz Zaim, but Matt Favola is looking really fucking good. His last fight against Benoit Saint-Denis, head kick, we all knew he was going to get knocked out, but he's beaten guys who are undefeated. He's beaten guys who are dangerous, and you can't take that away from him, so it's tough to bet this week. But that's all I got for you guys this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I kept it short and sweet for you, and good luck on your bets. I will see you all Saturday for the live stream. Peace.